Straight to the page to talk about the Larson Plus rocker recliner that Amy Solomon and I have been talking about since the top of the hour. So if you just tuned in, we're going to take you on a tour so that you can really feel confident with your new chair.
That's right.
Yes.
What we didn't get to finish on the power recliner, because there's so much to talk about, is, well, how do I plug this in, right? Behind the chair is 8 feet of cord. Now I'm going to bend down here behind the chair and show some of this cord. So there's over 8 feet of cord back here. And you know that it's working when the light is plugged in. In the back, you get an area for 2 9-volt batteries, so have those ready when the delivery comes. And you can put those 9 volts in. What does that do? That keeps your chair allowing you, so let's just say there's a storm. We're expecting a storm here in Florida this afternoon. If the power went out, that allows you to get up to an seating from an upright position. So if you were reclined and you're like, well, now how am I going to get out? Press the button, just like you normally would for home, and that's going to get you back to that seated position. Batteries only last for a 1-up, okay? Because there's so much power to be done.
Okay.
Now, some people will say, I don't want 8 feet of cord. My remote vacuum's gonna pick it up. I might trip over it. The dog might carry it away. Well, what do you have in your hands?
This is a battery.
This is a UL certified wireless battery. It's a lithium ion battery. It charges in the back with the power cord. And then you disconnect the power cord, put this up underneath, and you get anywhere from 3 to 10 days of use of your chair. Now that's 7 days difference. The more you're in the chair, the more you use it, the more you're gonna use the battery. So if you come home from work and you sit down and your legs are up at 7 and you get out of the recliner to go to bed at 10, that's 1, 2 uses. So you could get a full 10 days out of it. When the battery is getting low on power, you actually hear beeps. It lets you know it's time to charge it. You just bring your cord back in, plug it in together, and then it recharges. But this is what it looks like from the back. So yes, now you can float your recliner in the room and use the power. And I've been using this since yesterday because it was our turn to charge it. So look, I'm gonna go to my number 1 button. Watch, it goes right into the full recline, and that is with the lithium ion battery. So yes, you can float your furniture, you can float your chair, I'm gonna try to say that together. Float your chair in the room without even having the power. And again, the home button.
Oh, that's nice.
Look, it lets it do everything on its own. So that's what 7 seconds looks like. Now, the size of the chair, whether it's manual or power, it is 35 inches wide. And look, there's 4 motors in this chair. Look how easily I can move it. 4 motors, 1 in the headrest, 1 in the lumbar, and I'm going to talk about the lumbar, 1 for the seat and 1 for reclining. On the side of the chair, by the way, because there's so much to talk about, this is a cradle that's magnetic. This stays right in place. There's a USB charging port. There's an area for you to grab the remote very gently. You can easily. There's a home button on the outside. There's your 2 memory buttons, so you don't necessarily have to use this. Then on the inside, Amy, I don't want another remote. I lose my television remote. I can't find my mouse. Well, inside is a button. Press that. If you can't find your remote, the remote will beep.
Nice.
So you can find it. And as soon as you do press any button, it stops. And if you have little ones at home that want to make mom and dad or grandma and grandpa go back and forth, you can slide this button to the back. It turns off the communication to the remote so little ones can't use it. Now, if you get your chair and you first sit down and you say, my chair's not working, it's broken, you may have accidentally used your own finger when you picked up the power remote and slid that to the back. Just slide it forward and your chair's gonna be working. The communication is set.
I like that you've really thought of everything. You know, from where does it live? It lives right there. What if I lose it? You press the button and it calls it. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably gonna be in the chair. Like, where's my remote? It's in the chair. And the fact that it can't be, you can disable it if you don't want other people to mess with you while you're asleep, which that's what, you know, kids and grandkids can do sometimes.
35 inches wide. if you get 2 of these, because you and your partner, your loved one, want a pair, and a small table, it's the size of an oversized love seat. Because a love seat starts at 62 and goes up to about 72, 76 inches. So you've got a love seat size. And how many people sit on a love seat? One person, right?
That's
One
right.
person. So now you've got this little cozy seating area. It's 41 inches in back height and 39 inches in depth. Now, if it's all right with you, I'm going to ask your gentleman to come out and sit in this chair. He is 6'5".
Okay.
And I'm 5'2", so I want everyone to see how he fits in it.
Okay.
Nice and tall. I've already asked him if he would try it.
Yes.
All right, come on. I know,
6'5".
don't be shy.
Long
because
legs.
People are thinking, okay, you're what, 5'3", 5'4"? 5'5". So you're a couple inches taller than me. You're a good grand 12 plus inches taller than me, right? So I'm going to put him into number 1. Don't move. Let the chair do all the movement for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is 6'5" in the recliner.
Wow.
His neck is supported, his shoulders are supported all the way down through and just to the ends of above his ankles. This is actually an extremely good size chair because the chair elongates. Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Yes. And could you take a nap?
Oh yeah, right now.
Well,
He
I'm
said, "Oh, yeah,
sorry,
right
I'm
now."
taking you to the home button. Again, don't move, let the chair do all the work for you.
Okay.
Okay, so the headrest went down first, the
Yeah.
legs are going down, and then the body's gonna bring him back up. He doesn't have to do any work.
So good.
The chair is rated for 300 pounds. We test all our chairs up to 300 pounds. Thank you so much. I know you don't want to get up, but
Thank you so much for doing that, because I know some of you might be thinking, well, you know, we're smaller women.
Yes.
Maybe it wouldn't be right for everybody in the
Yes.
household. Did you see that? And that's why when it comes to LaZBoy and this chair in particular, it really has been such a great option for so many people's homes. So if you are taller, if you have longer legs, a longer torso, you need the support behind your head, behind your lumbar. If you want to rock or not, you know, because it's not going to be that excessive rock if that's not what you want. And it does all the work for you. Comfortable where your elbows meet. Everything about this is so thought out from top to bottom. So that's why when you see this price, you might be thinking, is it really as great as I would like it and what I really need it to be? Absolutely. Because our hot deal price is not always going to be here, but we've got it for you right now. We've been showing you the powered, and I've got it plugged in, and Amy has it using the battery. If you want the battery, we'll give you an item number for that. But if you want to go ahead and pick this one up, I'll share with you the way that the prices break down. You can use any major credit card. And if you do flex pay, on the powered option, which is very popular, just under $300 per month for 5 months on any major credit card, because you're actually on the powered option, you're actually saving over $800 off of that retail value. On the manual option, you're saving over $700 off of the retail value. And on FlexPay, it would be about $200 a month on a credit card. If you use your HSN card, you can get our no interest VIP financing for 18 months. It's like having an 18-month FlexPay. You do not pay more to do that. And for the powered option, if you take that, it would be $82 and change on your HSN card. Or for the manual option, it would be $55 and change. Your comfort is worth so much. And there are very few pieces of furniture that are designed for custom comfort.
And we need to talk about that custom. But first, I want to do that demo again. Because everybody, I can hear, everybody's like, oh, can I really spill something on my furniture? Yes. We all have accidents. One day I was... my granddaughter was visiting. I had a 32-ounce drink, and she was so excited to sit in Mimi's lap. Well, the drink went everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And fortunately, we had iClean fabric. And my husband was like a commercial, said, honey, don't worry, we have iClean. You know, and I was about to panic, but it was like, oh yeah, I forget about that because we sit in it every day, but we don't think about the cleaning that we need. And you don't have to call whatever the big box cleaning store is. You don't have to go rent your own vacuum. vacuum. This is gonna take care of it. I'm gonna do that same demo that I did a few minutes ago. I'm just gonna lay the paper towel on it. Look at what happens. You know, this would be normal in your kitchen. You don't have to do a lot of work. I'm lightly touching this along the way.
Look at that.
Now, it's going to get up all of that. There's a little bit left over right here. You can see it, I can see it. So get your next paper towel, just dab.
Just a little dab.
And I'm not even pressing hard. It sounds like I am because of the acrylic in the back is pressing down. But there's what was left. I'm going to turn the paper towel over and see if there's anything more. No, there wasn't.
Nothing.
Okay. And nothing on the back.
It didn't soak through.
And then if you have a stain, because it is stain lifting, you're gonna do almost a similar thing. You're gonna take your paper towel and you're gonna lift, and then whatever's left, you're gonna dab and get that up. And then with water, you can finish cleaning as well.
Just water.
Yeah, just water. It's really very simple.
So we wanted to show you that, and you notice that Amy didn't do that presentation on the darkest option. She did it on the lightest one, the stucco, to show you that you don't have to be afraid of having light furniture. You don't have to wait for 18 years until the kids are out of the house before you can get your light furniture. Get it now. And this is how it's gonna come to you as well.
We're gonna call you in about 7 to 10 days, and with your calendar and hours, we'll set up an appointment for delivery. 30 minutes out, we're going to call you to let you know we're on our way. So you're not staying at home all day from that 8 to 5 time. Wherever you want this to go, we're going to place it. Maybe it's in the basement because you're setting up a home theater arrangement. Maybe it's in the master because you heard me talk about a whisper quiet chair so that your loved one can sleep. The back slides onto the base. And then if it's the manual, you're just gonna sit down and start relaxing. The power has a couple more steps. The back goes halfway on. The gentlemen are gonna connect the power connections because there are 2 motors in the back and 2 in the seat, and I'll talk about that again. And then, here we go. This is a wonderful display. So the back slides on, the guys are gonna make the connections, and it's very easy for you to do if you need to move your chair. Then they're gonna finish sliding the back on. Now we're gonna connect the power from the chair to the surge protection box. You do not need a power strip. And plug it into the wall, put your batteries into the wireless remote, and you're ready to go. And it's just that simple. Find your perfect reclining position, press 1 and 2, and you're programmed and done. Again, if you get the power, make sure you have 2 9-volt batteries ready just for the backup. And the batteries for the remote, we send that along with you. By the way, if you get a pair of chairs, each remote is programmed to that specific chair.
Oh, good.
So if you handed me your remote, I could make you recline. If I handed my remote over, it would only work my chair. So they are not interchangeable. They're actually programmed.
Oh, I love that. It just gets better and better. And I love that you even mentioned if you know, in place of a love seat, you could have 2, a little side table, and it would be such a great setup in your home. I mean, as you're shopping, keep all of this in mind and make your color choices. Shop how you feel most comfortable. I like to use the app. You might want to use hsn.com. However you feel most comfortable. We would love to be able to take your order and send it to you. And to Amy's point, within 21 days. So this is not something that you're ordering and then waiting until the fall. Or if you've ordered furniture in the past, and you dealt with out of stock and I have to wait for months and months to get it, that's not what this is. These are available for you and waiting for your order. So go ahead and place it. And this is the time to do it. LaZBoy has been in business for nearly 100 years.
That's right.
Our entire lives.
Our entire lives, for sure. And we're still made in America with domestic and imported parts. We're still headquartered in Monroe, Michigan, where we started in 1927. Our largest plant is in Dayton, Tennessee. We employ over 10,000 men and women who are custom crafting your recliner. We stamp our own metal. We are very sustainable and specific on the hardwoods that we use inside our frames. The testing that we do to make sure it's tested to a minimum of 300 pounds. This is the foam, not what you're sitting on, but the foam that actually is around the recliner. Every chair has its own formula and design of cut and shape. It is not a one-size-fits-all. The back of the chair that we talked about, we triple tumble the Dacron. The industry standard is 1 tumble. Here's what we do when we test our fabrics. Independent labs. This is us testing the high resiliency foam I'm getting ready to talk about. And we have a 250-pound steel dummy that we put in the chair and cycle it 100,000 times of testing. And then we put it in a box at the height of what an 18-wheeler is, and we drop it.
Wow.
So that you know if accidents happen, even in shipping, your chair is going to come out of the box functioning.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
we think of all of that in the testing. Now, this is the high resiliency foam that you just saw being tested. This goes in all of our LaZBoy recliners. This is you with a cue ball is plopping in your furniture. But LaZBoy's partnership with HSN isn't the only partnership that we have. We are also partnered with Tempur-Pedic. It took over 5 years for Tempur-Pedic, the #1 memory foam mattress company, and LaZBoy's engineers, so your scientists and engineers, to take a mattress size down to the right seating cell structure for individual customized comfort. So this is what that cue ball looks like when you drop it on Tempur-Pedic. It is solid and it's firm, but look as I press my hands in, it's surrounding every joint I have. And this is the same with the cue ball. I can actually make it disappear. So this is your tailbone. This is your hip flexors. And as you move, watch how I can shift and move the cue ball, okay? And then my hands next to it, you get the individualized comfort, but when you get up, it's flush, it's straight, there's no tush divots left over, and the next person that sits down gets the same comfort, but to their body size and shape. So the hip flexors are different in women than men. The tailbone, depending on how tall or short you are, the back of the legs, behind the knees, all the way through the ankles. And when we get over to the manual chair, I'm actually going to recline it and show you how far into the chair you're going to have your TEMPURResponse memory foam.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's why, so it's so vital to show you that and for you to know that so that you're not going to kind of wear your body shape into the chair. That's
right.
how chairs wear out.
That's how they wear out.
Yes.
Usually it's the comfort, but people don't ever want to give up their LaZBoy because they had it shaped the way they wanted it. And we have people that call us and say, 15 years, 25 years, 35 years, 45 years is the highest I've ever heard that they still have their original recliner, which also meant they got their original warranty, lifetime against the parts, the mechanism and the frame, and then all the other warranties are on hsn.com.
Okay, so did you hear that? Lifetime against the parts, the mechanism, and the frame.
Correct.
You can check for even more and all of the detail on hsn.com. So this is the question. These are the colors. Which ones are you picking up? We've got the whiskey, which is always the most popular, the darker, warm brown.
Yes, and this again is iClean, iNorthwest. It is a leather look and a suede feel. And you can even see in all the colors that we'll bypass what a regular leather, or if you have a bomber jacket, you know what it looks like and feels like. That's what this is. It's like a bomber jacket.
It's a great description on that. This one is charcoal.
This is charcoal, and again, you can see the highs and lows in the colors and the striation that you would find in leather and suedes, but it is fabric, so you don't have to worry about leather cleaning. And then the charcoal has some blue undertones. Blue is our #1 custom order color.
Wow.
And over the last several days, this has actually been, these two have been our highest in sales.
And getting very limited if you want that charcoal in the manual option especially.
We've
This one is
spent a lot of
stucco.
time on the stucco, but look at the striations. I mean, this is beautiful. And if I could only tell you how soft this is. And it is so supple and smooth, and you do feel like you're sitting in suede. I always feel like my hands got softer just sitting on it, right?
And that's what you're gonna feel everywhere.
Yes.
Every part of your body feels that.
And
then the
camel's
camel.
one of our newest colors
I like
because it
this.
is an original bomber jacket color, as well as the whiskey. So we wanted to bring everyone another new option since this is our anniversary. And then this is our manual recliner. So if you're you're okay, I'm just going to start talking
for
about
sure.
the manual recliner.
Let's do it.
The beauty of the manual recliner is that you can recline without the leg rest being up. So you saw in the Power how we did it by a button. This is done manually. And then the arc handle on the side has this beautiful design that it's only one finger operation. There's a 3-position locking leg rest, and every time you hear a click, you know your LaZBoy is working because the clicks means it's locking. Then inside we have an 18-position ratchet system that takes you to that full 66-inch recline for resting. Then as you get up, the chair moves with you.
Okay.
And you get 53 more reclining positions than anyone else.
Wow.
Now, this is a great time to show you about that Tempur-Pedic.
Okay.
Other companies, if they do anything special in their seat cushion, and again, LaZBoy is the only company that is partnered with HSN and LaZBoy, they would start their seat cushion here where the back rests. But LaZBoy, because you're going to be in that full recline, actually takes the Tempur-Pedic all the way to the back that you aren't even going to be utilizing. Because if you do sit further in your chair, you want to know that you get that same comfort that actually disappears down behind.
All the way down.
All
and
the way
keeps
through.
Going.
Yep. Through the knee rest, all the way down, and we wrap it under the corner as well. Why? Well, we could cut corners if we wanted to, but this is LaZBoy. This is your authentic company for reclining and your #1 company for comfort. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out was look at the stitching detail. This is done on the arms, the back, a little in your leg rest, and even down the sides, which is what you would find if you had leather furniture. So we even design it to look 100% like leather. Now, when you get up and you lower your handle, you're going to hear a large ping. Okay? No, you're not going to rock it out. There's just no body weight in it. But that is the full system unlocking.
Okay.
We always have people say, oh, my chair's broken. I hear a lot of clicks. There's something wrong. No, that LaZBoy's the opposite. When you hear it, you know it's operating correctly.
Okay, I'm glad that you pointed that out too, so that you can. So if you want it to be silent, then the powered option is the way you go. But when you get the manual, you're still gonna have the option of having a custom fit. You just get it based off of how far you lean back, how much you lean. So it's all up to you and it's all in your hands. And there's no one is better than the other. It's strictly preference. That's all it is. So if you want to go for the manual, then that's why we wanted you to see what you would and show you how you were going to use it. And you're seeing them right there together, right next to each other. This is such a great opportunity to pick these up. I love that. Not only are you shopping with a brand that you know and trust, LaZBoy and HSN, but we send it to you on your schedule. We'll put it where you want it to be, upstairs, downstairs. We take away the packaging so that all you're left with is your LaZBoy and the comfort that you customize. So that's why we love it. Buy it here, you get it on FlexPay. So you don't, it's not all one lump sum. Even though you're saving money, hundreds of dollars, you can spread the payment out. If you have an HSN card, you get 18-month VIP financing, which is like having an 18-month FlexPay, and you don't pay more to do that. So if you are going to utilize that, all you need is an HSN card, and if you don't have one, apply for one. And when you're approved, you can use it. And if you get the powered option on your HSN card, it would be $82 and change. If you get the manual option on your HSN card, it would be $55. You order it today, you'll have it in about 3 weeks. And you're gonna start using it and enjoy it. And think about this. This is what you're gonna,
It is President's Weekend.
Yes.
In the furniture industry, it's the weekend of the year.
Yes.
And the sales might have started Friday. Our sales with you started last Monday because we knew this season was coming up. If you ordered a recliner, you won't find the Larson out there, only at HSN. If you went out and found your recliner and you wanted to order the Power and you wanted to order the iClean fabric and you wanted to order the coffee finish and you wanted to order the arc handle in the manual and you wanted to order the TEMPURResponse memory foam, those are all custom upgrades. That is a 6 to 8 week wait.
Wow.
Okay. Then, because of our relationship, we've included the white glove delivery and setup. Okay. And in the furniture industry, it is known to charge for zones the farther out you are from the store that you purchased from. So, and the minimum that I have seen lately for delivery because of gas prices, the minimum has been $100.
Yes.
So think about those things that we're not only doing here today, but then you can have this beautiful custom chair in about 3 weeks.
This is so great. And I love that you mentioned the fact that all of the things that you were showing you in the chair would be upgrades.
Yes.
So you would have to build this chair. This chair isn't waiting for you to come and buy somewhere else. You would have had to have built it, but we built it based off of all of the most popular requests anyway.
That's right.
And so that's why when you look at this chair, you're thinking, oh gosh, that's everything that I would have wanted. And it's all done for you. You just let us know which color you want, and do you want manual or power, and give us your address and we'll send it out.
You know
It's
what,
really that
You
simple.
just made me think of, it's everything I wanted, but I didn't know I wanted it.
But you didn't know.
I didn't know I wanted it.
Yeah.
I do want to show everyone, I reclined a manual recliner next to a power. They are even Steven when you're in that full recline.
Can you even tell which one is which if you didn't see the cord?
No.
I think I just assumed this was the power because we were power over there in the whiskey.
But this is the manual, and
this
the
is the
charcoal
power.
is our power. So again, in the manual, as you sit up, the back is going to come with you. Then you're going to lower the handle. You will hear the ping because that means it's unlocked and there's no body weight in it, so that's why you saw the extra rocking. And then in the power, if you don't want to use the wireless remote, just press the home button and it's back to full upright seated position in less than 7 seconds.
And we even still have the limited lifetime warranty on,
yes.
on
Parts, mechanism, frame. Yes.
even on the manual and the power.
Yes. Parts, mechanism, frame.
This
Yep.
is the time to do it. To your point, how many of those in charcoal manual? 75 left in charcoal manual, all right? So if this is the one you want in manual,
Through
please
4
do
time
it.
zones.
Oh, that's right.
Through 4 time zones.
With everybody who's watching. So if you've had your eye on this, even if it's in your shopping cart but you haven't checked out, and you're saying, this is what I want, what am I waiting for?
Yes.
You've got flex pay, you've got free shipping, we'll schedule the delivery, so it's not gonna be delivered on a day where you're gone all day and you come home and it's outside in the rain.
Nope.
That's not going to happen. It is coming straight to you where you want it to be, whether it's in a downstairs basement or an upstairs bedroom, wherever you want it to be. They set it up, take away the boxes and walk away, and you're left with your chair. I want to show you, in case you missed it, because in case you're saying, well, I do want the charcoal, but what if it gets dirty? What if I
Oh.
spill something on it? I
I'm
want to
gonna
show you the cranberry sauce.
I'm going to let you do it this time.
Oh, I get to do. Oh, I'm
You
so
get
excited
to do it today.
Okay. I'm excited to make a mess when I know that I can clean it up. Okay, so this is
See,
the
I've got
cranberry juice.
more on the table than I do on the LaZBoy recliner.
I love, so this is just cranberry juice. It's real cranberry juice. And so I'm gonna pour it there.
Now I'm going to toss it around.
Okay.
Make your spill bigger.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
And then I'm just picking up a regular paper towel. There's nothing on the paper towel. And I put it down, let it soak in. And first off, you already see, if the fabric if it were gonna soak into the fabric, it
Oh,
would
it
have
would be
done this
gone.
already.
Yes.
Right? This is what soak in and absorb looks like. And I'm just patting it onto the paper towel, and then I lift up, and I've gotten a good amount.
You have a
Okay.
baby stain here and a
Yes.
little bit here that people brought on the camera. You probably can't even see.
Okay, so I'm gonna get
And
another
this
clean
is
paper
LaZBoy's
towel.
_1 fabric, and this is HSN's #1 fabric.
And then I just press and press
Mm-hmm.
and press. And then I lift up, and you
Look
can
at-
see
you got more.
more there.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna fold that over, and I think I missed a little spot there.
I know, you can't even see the little baby drops that
Yeah.
fall off the mother drop.
But do you see this? Do you see how it's coming up?
Press a little bit right here.
Right here,
Yep.
okay.
Press a little bit there, because I can see it on camera. There you go.
There.
And then that suede look makes it look wet, but it's not, because it's like a suede. So as soon as you brush, you don't need a fan. You don't need to get your little handheld water cleaner.
And nothing's soaked in. Nothing's underneath. Do you see that? This is clean.
And why is that important? Because you're buying heirloom furniture. And if this absorbed into the fabric all the way through the back, it's now sitting on the foam.
Yes.
And it can't dry out of the foam. It will over time, but the smells begin to live. And we don't think about that. You're thinking, oh, I got it clean. Maybe I called one of those companies that came out and did a little extra cleaning because I need my rugs done at the same time. Well, they can't get down inside.
No.
And so that you're like, why didn't that come clean? I paid for it.
Right.
It's because it went into the foam, and that's where it continues to live.
And that's never going to wear out? Nope. That's never going to?
No, because this is a family-friendly, water-based solution. Imagine, fabric comes in 500-yard bolts. Oh this bolt is immersed into the family-friendly, water-based solution so that every single fiber is covered with the solution. You cannot go to a big box store and buy it in a spray jar, and I saw some of those just the other day when I was looking for cleaning supplies. And I've kind of forgot about those because I'm so used to iClean. So you can't buy it. It's already around all of the fibers. It continues to do that for your time with your fabric. And you don't have to think about, oh, now I've spoiled it and I can't buy it. It won't work again. Yes, imagine 32 ounces all over a piece of furniture and me, and it all came up because it sat on the surface.
That's right, never soaked in. And it's everywhere. It's not just on the seat or not just on the arms. It's everywhere. So that's why when we talk about bringing this into your home, it's got to work. It's got to be functional, and it's got to be able to fit in and not be a problem. If it couldn't, it didn't have the stain and the repellency and the liquid repellency that it does, it would become a problem in your home. It would become a chair that nobody was allowed to sit in.
Well, did your family, I don't know about yours, but mine, my parents had the museum.
Yes.
We called it the museum. It was the living room. No one was allowed in there except for Christmas morning or when the minister came for his once-a-year visit. That was about it. It was wasted furniture.
Yes.
But this is not wasted furniture. This is you coming home from your long day at work or your long day of being the at-home account manager, right? And now it's your turn to sit down. Read your book, watch HSN. There's a big race today. Can you imagine if you could sit and watch a big race for 3 or 4 or 5 hours?
That would be wonderful.
Right?
And I think about right now, so you order it, you're going to get it in about 3 weeks, okay? What's coming up? We've got, if you're a sports fan, we've got, more basketball coming up. We've got baseballs starting. We've got all of the things that we're going to be wanting to be at home in our spot to do and to watch. And that's what you're seeing. That's what you're going to have the ability to have when you pick up your chair. So whiskey is the brown that you see right here. Very popular, especially in the powered option. Charcoal is the most limited in the manual option. Stucco is the one that we've been trying to stain, but we just can't. With that cranberry, this is that stucco, and then this is the camel. And I also want to show you, as you're choosing your color, and just to kind of reiterate, this is not going to be a chair that the more you sit in, the more it wears out. Because of the way that it's been made, it's always going to feel and support you the way that you want it to.
It is, again, heirloom furniture. There are other companies out there that you can walk into a big box store and say, I want a LaZBoy. LaZBoy is synonymous to reclining because we invented reclining. So that's what we ask for. When you watch television shows and you hear them talk about the LaZBoy, I'm going to do this show and that show, and I hear LaZBoy come up all the time, and it makes me laugh because for 28 years, and before that, because my father had LaZBoys, it's the Kleenex of tissues, right?
That's right.
So it is the brand everybody asks for. If you go into a big box store that is not an authorized LaZBoy dealer, they're not going to say, oh, they're down the street. They don't want to lose your business. So they're going to take you to the reclining department, and they're going to show you what they have to offer. They never said this was authentic. They keep selling what they have. They're trained to do that. LaZBoy they're authorized, of course, on their .com and their other stores and big box stores as well. But HSN is an authorized dealer because of our partnership together. And that's why we're able to package things, have them ready, and come to your home. And you know you're getting it as an authentic when you buy at HSN. You can look on the side and you see the LaZBoy logo.
Yes.
You can look on the handle and see the LaZBoy logo. You can turn your chair over if you wanted to and see the logo. Because you're bought something that's heirloom. Remember, building chairs for 98 years, men and women, 10,000 employees who test and handcraft your chair every single day, 3 shifts, 20 hours a day.
Wow.
And you know that it's authentic. And it's made right here in the United States, made in America, still in America, in the home office in Monroe, Michigan, for 98 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we're committed to what we do.
This is, and when you sit in it, the fact that you can customize your head, your lumbar, your seat, your legs,
You're
all
custom
of it.
in your seating, really. Not only in your seat when you're reclining, but the seat itself is customized. This is our high resiliency foam, which we put in our LaZBoy recliners with HSN and others. And then, but on top of it, we've already added in our TEMPURResponse seating. This is by TEMPURResponse, and it's their engineers and LaZBoy, their scientists and LaZBoy's engineers. Now, I'll do the cue ball, but this is how you know you're talking about when I sit down. Is it going to give me the comfort and look, my hands are disappearing. My thumbs are completely surrounded and supported. Now, when I get up, this is what happens. And the cue ball is the same thing. I'll use my fingers this time so you can watch it go down inside.
Yes. Look.
And this is your tailbone. These are your hip flexors. This is your leg area. This is the back of the legs behind the knees. This is the ankles. And up above the ankles, as you saw my 6'5" friend sitting in the chair. And when you get up, there's a tiny, tiny little divot until the last of your body weight is lifted off the chair and it comes back totally flat. Here, you do it.
Here, let me do it. Let me do it. So I'm going to push the ball in as hard as I can.
I know it's hard because we're short.
Oh my gosh.
It's hard to get down.
And then look, you can't even see
It's
it.
totally gone.
And then it comes up. I've got to get up and go answer the phone. So I get out of the chair and it's completely gone.
So if you're sharing your chair, when you get up and your loved one sits down, they get their own customized seating.
This is so good.
Yes, you have a shared chair, but can you imagine sharing a chair, but you each have your own comfort zone?
This is so good. And it doesn't matter if you're 5'5" and your husband is 6 feet tall. Or if you're 5 feet tall, he's 6 feet tall.
Yes.
You can both comfortably fit into the chair and have your own customized settings. This is why everybody loves LaZBoy. And we've been for almost 100 years now. And when you think about what can you get that's custom to your body when you sit in it or how you feel that moment, because you can change any part of it at any time. If you need, if you want to lean back further or you want your legs to come up a little bit more, you can change it at any time because it's all within either the press of a button or the way that you lean back if you're getting the manual. And you're getting it at an amazing deal. Again, if you're getting the powered option, you're saving over $800 off of retail. And if you're getting the manual option, you're saving over $700 off of retail. This is why we wait for President's Day weekend and sales like this, so that we can get what we want at such a great value and we send it right on out to you. And if we could have built the chair from the ground up, this is the one we would have built.
That's exactly right, because we want something exclusive in our homes. You want something that you know your neighbors aren't going to go down the street and buy, right? You want your house. If you're standing there and you're sitting down right now and you're not sitting in a LaZBoy and you're probably looking at each other and thinking, well, why haven't I done this? I deserve this. You step your car up to get the power seats, and are you in your car an hour, 2 hours? Maybe.
No.
And then you can press your button, but then if your memories 1 and 2, your body still fatigues, then you've got to figure out while I'm driving,
Right.
and I'm going to alter the buttons to get my body in the right position. Well, you can hit your memory here, and I'm going to go back to my memory 1. I'm not moving. I'm letting the chair do all the work for me. There's my resting position. My lumbar has moved forward. And oh, by the way, the lumbar is a motor in your car. It's a bladder.
Okay.
So if you happen to break the bladder,
Yeah.
it can't